A little more on claims. Customers are broadly aware of their coverage, but a lot of claims get rejected, and a smooth claims experience is the most important part of the whole process. How do we solve this challenge of better educating customers about the coverage they are getting or not getting?
Yeah, I think it's a great question. And this is where I like the possibility of parametric insurance. So parametric insurance works by a trigger is tripped, some parameter is tripped, and then the contract pays out a fixed amount. It doesn't matter how much was damaged. It's not based on an indemnification model that insurance was typically based on. So for investment, right, when you make an investment, you understand that I could lose money or I could gain money from that investment. Insurance has explicitly been set up so that you're supposed to be put back to your pre-loss state, no better, no worse. There may be some deductibles and some supplements and other things that kind of cut into that, but for the most part, it's meant to not be speculative, right? But the challenge is it's very difficult and expensive to determine what caused the loss, like what actually caused it. Is this cause covered? How much is the damage? What do we owe? And so parametric insurance tries to solve that problem by kind of saying, hey, I'm not going to worry about indemnification because that's very costly and a very time-consuming and expensive model, and weeding out fraud, and you're taking forever to try to get people money that really need it if they have a legitimate claim. So parametric insurance is when, say, you have hurricane or cyclone insurance, and so the wind speed, if it's over 120 kilometers per hour, we're going to pay out this amount, and if it's over 200 kilometers per hour, it's this other amount, higher amount. And so based on objective measures whether or not that wind speed was tripped at that location. And so if you think about in the United States, Puerto Rico got hit by Hurricane Maria. So it's an island. It's a very remote part of the United States. It's not even a state. It's a territory. And Catastrophe 5 cyclone goes over it, very, very devastating. And it took a long time to get people out to the island to assess all the damage. But we knew what the wind speed was from weather stations there. So if we can just see the observed wind speed and we can model that wind would cause this type of damage to these types of buildings and just pay out instantly, we could have gotten cash in people's accounts, right away and simplified it. So I think that the number one thing is actually to continue to push to simplify the product. Insurance has been forever about educating consumers, and I just think that's a failing strategy. So for the short term, yes, anything that we can do to educate consumers about the product they have is better than not educating them. But I think the ultimate solution is they shouldn't have to be educated. Consumers are very savvy at a number of products that are inordinately complex, but driving a car is really a complex process, but all I need to do is move the wheel and press the gas or the brake. Like, it's very simple for consumers to understand and to drive the vehicle. We need to make insurance that simple as well.